Key West is an island city in Florida located 90 miles north of Cuba. The island is bordered on the north and west by the Gulf of Mexico and to the south by the Straits of Florida. This video is covering our 3-day trip to Key West. That looks like the right place! Once we touched down, we were picked up and taken to Key West Jeep Adventures to pick up our rental car. Then we were off to the Pier House Resort and Spa to check in. Parking was adequate and free. We stayed in room 206. Our room was modern, clean, and fairly large. The bathroom was nice with a large shower. However, the best feature of this room was the fantastic view. Key West isn't known for its beaches, so having a private beach on the property is very nice, especially for the kids. The staff set up the chairs and umbrellas on the beach, and we were waited on from this large beachside bar. We spent many hours here swimming out to the large raft or exploring the rocky shoreline that held dozens of different varieties of fish. The water is very calm at this beach. In fact, the only waves that came to shore were the result of passing ships. It was very cool to see this French angelfish and this green moray eel just feet from our room. There are tons of amenities offered here, most of which we didn't use. However, one that we did use was the Duval Street shuttle, which runs during the day for hotel guests up and down Duval Street. What really makes this a great place to stay is the location. It's located at the end of Duval Street within a couple blocks of most of Key West's major attractions, like famous Hemingway hangout, Sloppy Joe's Bar. Duval Street is the heart of Key West. It stretches 1.2 miles across the island and is home to many of the popular bars and restaurants and shops. There is a lot happening here, and it can become very crowded when a cruise ship docks at the island for the day. It won't be long until you see Key West's nuisance mascot roaming the streets. These chickens are everywhere. While on the south side, we made our way over to the island's most iconic spot. Quick tip, if you want to take your picture with the monument, get here early because the lines get really long, really fast. Also located on the south side of the island is the Key West Butterfly and Nature Conservatory. Within the glass-enclosed habitat, we found 50 to 60 butterfly species, amazing exotic birds, and plants. The space is small, but I thought it was one of the best butterfly habitats I have ever been to. While on Whitehead Street, we walked to Hemingway's house. The Ernest Hemingway House and Museum was the home of the author and his wife Pauline from 1931 to 1939. I'm a big fan of Hemingway and thought this was a must-do stop for us. We took the 30-minute tour of the house and grounds, which was great. The house contains a lot of the original furnishings that the Hemingways used, as well as other artifacts from the era. Our guide also talked extensively about the pool, the cat fountain, and the palydactyl cats themselves. They are descendants of Ernest's cats. The house is located across from the Key West Lighthouse, which Hemingway used to find his way home from the bars at night. Even further north on Whitehead Street is the US 1 mile marker 0. This marks the beginning of US 1, which runs to Maine and the Canadian border. We visited the Harry S. Truman Little White House. President Truman spent 175 days over 11 visits to this house after a physician found him physically exhausted. The doctor ordered rest and relaxation. We took the tour, which was very good. However, they do not allow photos or video. We drove out to Boca Chica Field at the Naval Air Station Key West in hopes of seeing some military fighter jets take off. Unfortunately, when we got there, it was about 100 degrees and the seaweed really stunk from the ocean, and we didn't see any planes take off. Every afternoon at the marina where the charter fishing boats come in, they clean their catch for the day, and they toss what they don't want into the water, where there are a number of large tarpon and nurse sharks waiting for dinner. Key West is the self-proclaimed home of the sunset, so it's only natural that as the sun goes down, things get a little weird. The sunset celebration is considered one of Key West's main attractions, so along with a fantastic view of the setting sun, Mallory Square presents a collection of craft exhibitors, food and beverage carts, and most importantly, street performers.
Hey.
I'm going right through there.
This guy's show is really good, but you'll have to go if you want to see if he makes it through. Our last day we got up, had breakfast, dropped off our car, and were chauffeured to the airport in this Jeep for our flight home. Key West is a fantastic location. We had a great time. We'd spent 3 days there, but if you wanted to throw in some water sports and hit all the major attractions, I'd say 5 days would do you good.